Hey y'all, thanks for stopping in. I appreciate you taking time out of y'all's busy schedule to stop in and see what it is I'm up to. Like the title says, this is a little bit about my Ole Miss. Hopefully I can get through this one. I don't know how many times I've tried shooting this. Some of you have been with me for a while know that the Ole Miss has been fighting cancer. Some of you new ones may have gotten the idea of what's going on. A little background. She discovered a lump about 5 years ago in her left breast. Went in and had a lumpectomy done and chemo, radiation. And they were fairly confident that they had gotten everything. She was on a daily pill that was supposed to help keep the cancer, if there was any, at bay. A little over a year ago, around November of 2016, she started having some pain in her left ear. She went to the doctor. He thought it was an infection of some sort and gave her antibiotics. Didn't help. They tried cleaning her ears out. That didn't help. Well, then they called in the oncology department again. And we did some testing and whatnot, and it didn't look good. They went in and they did a biopsy in her jaw, and they found that the cancer had come back. It had metastasized. It had spread. It was in her jaw, it was in her neck, in her shoulder, in her back, her hip, her leg. So we went at it with a heavier chemo. And she battled that for a while. She was doing fairly well with it. But that chemo destroys your nerve endings. And she could no longer feel her feet, her hands. She lost feeling in her lips, taste buds. Didn't work anymore. So we took her off of that and put her on a different regime of an oral chemo, where she takes 3 pills twice a day, 5 days a week. She's off for the weekend, and she takes 5 pills again, or she takes 5 days. It is at best keeping things at bay. At best. She has nodules in her liver. There's been some discrepancies in her gallbladder. Nothing's been defined at this point. She's been in and out of hospitals the past 2 months or so, several times, with various ailments related to battling the cancer. It's not the cancer itself that's putting her in the hospital. It's the things that are associated with it. Lack of protein from not eating because she doesn't have any taste buds, or she's just too lethargic from the medication that she's on. Up until this last time in the hospital, she was still semi-mobile. She could get around with a walker. When she was up and cognizant, because the medication she's on literally sends her to La La Land. So, and she's on some heavy duty pain meds. That in and of itself is a trial, because she doesn't always make a whole lot of sense when she's trying to ask for something. Just because if you've ever watched a video of like the little kid who's coming home from the dentist and is just babbling away and not making any sense. Well, imagine that medication tenfold. She's on morphine and OxyContin. So, um, she gets pretty loopy at times. I mean, she really does, and it can be a trial to just get her to take her medication. Um, she doesn't swallow because she falls asleep between the time you tell her to open her mouth and the time you put a straw in her mouth. Um, she'll just, like her, you can almost see her click, and you have to wake her back up again and tell her to take a sip. And I don't want to. We have to because you got a pill in your mouth. You have to swallow it. So there's that trial. I've been battered and beaten pretty badly myself over the years. I have a bad back and bad shoulders, and getting her up and out of bed can be a real chore right now. Just a little while ago, I had to get her up to go to the bathroom, and she we got up, and she's like, "Wait a minute," and she went limp in my arms, and it hurt. I almost dropped her. And then she started crying, saying she didn't want to hurt me. I know she did. We're going to have to figure out something else. I think the kids are going to be coming in and sending them a bed and doing an 8 on, 8 off or something like that throughout the evening and the night to give me a hand. I have home health care coming in. They'll help out throughout the week too. So I appreciate everybody's well wishes. I really do. And I appreciate every one of y'all that are out there that listen for the updates. It can be strength. Because you do give me strength. But we know we've lost the war. We haven't lost all the battles. We'll keep battling until she says that she's tired of battling. And she's not. She is one stubborn old broad, I'll tell you what. I don't know if I want to leave comments on this video or not. Like I said, I appreciate every one of y'all's well wishes. I really do. I don't know that I could respond. I don't know if I can see the keyboard to respond. I'm sorry. So if you do, just know that I really appreciate whatever it is that you say. If I do respond or not, I'll at least try to come in and hit the heart or a thumbs up or something. Sorry to be so maudlin and you know, like throw in the bad news, but I thought this was something that really needed to be put out there. It's an insidious road. Cancer is an insidious disease, is what I meant to say. Anybody who has dealt with it knows what I'm talking about. Sometimes it will take you quick. I had a friend who went that way not long ago, a couple of years ago. From the time he was diagnosed to the time that he passed away was only a couple of months. Not even. Literally like 2 months, something like that. I don't really remember. But he didn't waste away. He didn't suffer for a long time. I don't know what's better. I know what's better for them. It's not better for us. I'm just going to keep on doing what I'm doing. Try to do the best for her that I can do. I know what she wants ultimately, and I will try my best to make that happen. This is part of the reason why I say all the time, you're not promised tomorrow. You don't know what's going to happen. Don't let a day go by that you haven't talked to your loved ones, whatever the reason. When my little sister passed, just a year and a half ago, almost 2 years now, my dad's sister came to the memorial. They hadn't talked in decades. For whatever stupid reason. Stubborn old. Both of them stubborn. And I told them both, don't let it go by. Don't let another day go by. Talk to each other. I don't care which one of y'all apologizes. I don't give a damn what happened. It doesn't matter. They've reconnected. And I'm glad for that. I'm glad that my dad was there for his sister when her son passed from cancer not long ago. But that's all I'm asking. That's all I'm saying. I'm not asking, I'm just saying. If your loved ones are nearby, give them a kiss and a hug. If they're not, hit them up on Facebook. Give them a phone call. Let them know you love them. Let them know you're thinking about them. You never know. You may not get another chance. You literally never know. I can't tell you how much I appreciate each and every one of y'all out there. Until I see y'all again. Slut y'all. Bye-bye.